Good evening, South Mississippi. Meteorologist Taylor Graham here. I've got a little bit of an update on our forecast. Plus, we will be talking a little bit more about what's going on in the tropics as well. All things considered, today was not too bad in terms of the heat and humidity. For August standards, felt pretty nice outside, especially early this morning. Early this morning, we had some of us dipped down briefly into the upper 60s. Even on the coast, we were in the low 70s. But I will say it's warm, it's muggy outside at this point. Taking a look at what's going on in Gulfport, well, we're still in the low 80s last we checked. Dew points low to mid 70s. You'll feel that mugginess outside. Very typical summer night as far as I can tell. And we're really not seeing much rain out there at this time. Could see a few stray showers overnight tonight, but many of us are going to stay dry. Tomorrow, it's more of that typical summertime weather. We'll start off in the 70s, we'll quickly warm up into the 80s, and eventually we'll top out right around 90 or so. Now, some of us will be seeing some showers and storms. Others of us are going to completely miss out. It's a bit of a luck of the draw who exactly is going to see those showers and storms. I will say, though, tomorrow it looks similar to today in that a lot of the rain may remain offshore. A heads up to boaters, you may be seeing more of those showers and storms, but we really did not see much rain over land today, at least in South Mississippi. And First Alert Radar, nice and quiet as of about 9:40 or so. So again, I can't completely rule out a stray shower or two overnight tonight. Looks like the majority of us are going to stay dry. A wider image shows us more showers, more cloud cover across parts of Florida, the eastern Gulf right now, even into parts of South Carolina. And some of that moisture, that's going to be moving in our direction by the beginning of the work week, more so Monday and into Tuesday. As for tomorrow, it looks like the majority of that moisture may remain to our east, so I'm not really anticipating a washout tomorrow, but typical of this time of the year in the afternoon, we can see some of those daily showers and storms. So playing this out on this particular model, I expect many of us to wake up tomorrow morning in the low to mid 70s. For the most part, we may see some clouds here or there. Not a ton of rain across South Mississippi. However, just like today, we may see more of those showers and thunderstorms over the Sound and also for offshore areas. If you do have plans to take the boat out, just keep that in mind. You may be running into more of those showers and storms. If we were to see a little more cloud cover tomorrow, that may keep our high temperatures in the upper 80s. If we see a little more sunshine peeking throughout the day, we'll warm up into the low 90s. And notice there that this run of Futurecast hints at a few of those showers and thunderstorms by the afternoon. It's not going to be impacting everybody, but if you do have plans to be outside tomorrow, just a heads up, could see some of those spotty showers and thunderstorms across the area. Like I mentioned earlier, that moisture that we're seeing to our east, that's going to be heading in our direction by Monday, Tuesday, and some of that may also linger until Wednesday. So with a bit more moisture to work with on top of us, that's going to increase our rain chances a little bit more to kick off the work week. Even then, it's not necessarily a guarantee that everybody is going to see rain in South Mississippi, but to start off the work week, we'll have a better chance of seeing some showers and storms. Rain chances starting to look a little bit lower by Friday and Saturday of this upcoming week, and the reason why is we may see a bit more of a ridge of high pressure build in over South Mississippi at that time. We may get a little bit closer to a ridge, and if that pans out, we may not see as much rain by Friday and Saturday. A little unknown on that, some fuzziness on the details, but that's a general trend that I've been seeing. All in all, though, very typical August weather is expected over the next several days. Not really anticipating anything too unusual. Now, if we see more rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that will keep our high temperatures down a little bit more into the upper 80s. By the end of the week, if our rain chances are lower, if we see a little more sunshine, we'll have a better chance of getting back into the low to mid 90s. But at this time, I don't really have any extreme heat in the forecast. That's some good news. Again, very typical mid-August weather, not too many curveballs in our forecast at this point. But because it is the middle of August, we're starting to see more and more activity in the tropics across the Atlantic basin. We have two tropical waves that may have a chance of development over the next week or so. That tropical wave highlighted in yellow, that's Invest 96L. That's in the central Atlantic right now. It's battling some dry air. That's likely going to limit how much it will develop over the next few days. So development chances with that one pretty low. The one that's caught more of our attention in the world of weather is that tropical wave moving off of the coast of Africa. That is called Invest 97L. That one has a much higher chance of development compared to the other one. And I wouldn't be surprised if over the next day or so, development chances get bumped up to high. Forecast models have kind of hinted that this is going to be the one that has a better chance of becoming a tropical depression or a tropical storm over the next few days. Not much to it at this time. Again, it has just now moved over the eastern Atlantic. Hasn't been over water too long. Once we get to about the middle of this upcoming week, looks like it has a decent chance of getting that center of circulation. Where is it going to go? Well, we're pretty confident that at least over the next 5 to 6 days, it's going to be taking a track mainly to the west, a little bit to the northwest, across the Atlantic basin. We have plenty of time to watch this system. That is some good news. There are quite a few unknowns with how strong exactly it's going to get and where exactly it's going to go. I will say we're keeping an eye on it as we get into the end of this upcoming week and then during the following week. Big ridge of high pressure across the Atlantic basin is going to help to steer it to the west. Once we get to about August 17th, 18th, 19th, somewhere around that time frame, again, this is several days out at this point, it may be trying to approach the East Coast. Again, a lot of unknowns at this point. It hasn't even developed yet. There are some forecast models that hint that maybe it will be getting a little bit more organized. Could this potentially be the first hurricane of this hurricane season? That is certainly a possibility. But regarding specifics right now, it's just too early to say. I will say though, the East Coast particularly, maybe want to watch this as we get into the following week. Again, this is the time frame of the 17th, 18th, 19th. So we have a lot of time to work or to watch this system develop. So a lot of unknowns at this point, really too early to speculate where exactly the system may be going. But we are getting deeper and deeper into August, which means we typically see more and more tropical activity. We usually run into the peak of hurricane season by the end of August and throughout the first half of September. So this could potentially be one of many more tropical waves that we're going to be watching over the next month or so. I'm happy to say though, as of right now, there are no immediate threats to the Gulf Coast, but obviously you can see from this graph, we have a ways to go until we get to the end of hurricane season. Now, if Invest 97L does become a tropical storm, which is starting to look more and more likely that will happen over the next few days, the next name on the list is Aaron. So that could also potentially become the first hurricane of the season. That is a wait and see situation. For the time being, the tropics, anything going on out in the Atlantic, not an immediate threat to the Gulf Coast. You can rest easy there for a little bit longer. Of course, we'll let you know if anything changes, but like I said, that tropical wave may not even make its way into the western Atlantic until the 17th, 18th, 19th, somewhere around that time frame. At least over the next 5 to 7 days, the Gulf Coast is in pretty good shape. We've got more of our typical summer weather. It will be hot, it will be muggy, no surprise there. Day in and day out, we'll see high temperatures, mainly upper 80s, low 90s. We will have a better chance of seeing some showers and storms Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Rain chances look a little bit lower heading into this next upcoming weekend. So time now is 9:49. We will have our 10 o'clock newscast coming up in 10 minutes. I'll have another update on our forecast, what we're watching in the tropics. Hopefully you can join us then. And we've also got the latest news for you that's going on in South Mississippi. So hopefully you can tune in about 10 minutes.